Hello, we're going to do another fun Shark Tank video today. We're going to be analyzing where the where these sharks have invested in the show. We're going to be doing a sectoral analysis, and I think this sectoral analysis will help you invest in your own portfolio, see how these guys have invested in their portfolios on Shark Tank India, and probably get some insights from there. So let's begin. The first guy that we're going to be doing is Aman. Aman has invested around 3.6 crore rupees on the first 10 episodes itself. I'm going to show you the list of companies. So it's 12 companies in the first 10 episodes. And you can see the list. It's everything from food, beverages, hosiery segment, learning, chips, to selling eggs, to selling helmets. He's done everything. So because he has so much knowledge of the D2C segment, or at least what people believe he has, so he's invested so much money in these 12 companies. These 12 companies look like this. So as you can see, the highest sector that he's invested is in consumer discretionary, because again the D2C segment is very a discretionary segment. It's not, he won't invest in a staple segment or something where he does not have a marketing or brand creation opportunities, right? So that's why it's more in consumer discretionary is what I think. He's invested in education. I don't know what kind of experience he has, but probably he'll leverage his marketing skills there. Textile, automobiles, pharma. He's even invested in pharma, but I think he's invested there with Namita, who already has a working pharma company and a lot of pharma expertise at her hand, and this guy is just invested riding the ride with Namita on those companies. And some of them are from internet retail as well, where he has experience of creating his own brand and retailing it through his own website. So as you can see, the largest sector is consumer discretionary, where he is the most comfortable, and on other sides he is comfortable doing the branding, marketing of things. And for pharma, he relies on other expertise and just expects those investment to grow out of any direct involvement. Next one is Anupam. Anupam has invested 1.45 crore in the first 10 episodes. He's invested in 6 companies in 10 episodes. These are his companies. Again, very scattered, no direct relations that you can establish looking at just by these companies and their nature. And same can be seen on the graph as well. I'll just try to move myself here so you can read better. Yeah, as you can see on the pie chart, the most heaviest investment is in automobiles, which is surprising, right? Because he got an investment in, I think, Revamp Motor, right? Yeah, Revamp Motor was his big auto investment, where they invested in that scooter carrier, customizable scooter, where you have multiple detachments that you can attach to the scooter, and with a fridge, which is going to be a big B2B player according to the sharks on the show. So that's why the highest engagement is Revamp Moto, and I think that was the best deal in Shark Tank India till date. And yeah, apart from that, with pharma, cosmetics, and consumer discretionary, so he's like very evenly split between pharma, cosmetics, and consumer discretionary products. So an even split there, and some split on internet retail, where he has a lot more expertise on creating a brand on internet and selling stuff through there. But word of advice is, I think Anupam was one of the first investors in Ola, so he has a lot of expertise in automobiles. It's just that he's not famous for his automobile investments, is what I think. But he has has a lot of understanding of the automobile segment, and that is why you can see that his major investment is in automobiles sector. Moving on. Moving on to Namita. For Namita, she has made a 1.4 crore investment in the first 10 episodes. She's invested in 5 companies in the first 10 episodes. You can see the names here. As you can see, these are pharma related companies, or she's invested with other sharks who understand those non-pharma businesses better. Um, her sectoral analysis map looks like this. As you can see, pharma stands out with 40% investments, consumer discretionary with 42%, and internet retail with 18%. So the way this shark invests is she invests in what she knows the best. It's pharma for 40%, and in consumer discretionary she invests where sees that there are marketing opportunities, there are opportunities to improve supply chain, and there are opportunities to improve the manufacturing processes. So she's very smart in the way she invests, and I think she's the more traditional type of investor. She's not a growth mindset investor. She's old school, according to me, and you can see in the pie chart as well. Old school investors never have a diversified portfolio. They are very concentrated uh, and still high performing portfolios. So that is my analysis of Namita's investments. Moving on to Vinita. Vinita has invested 1.37 crore rupees in the first 10 episodes, 6 companies in the first 10 episodes. She is slightly emotional while her investment, so you can I think you'll see that in the sectoral analysis where um, oh no, in the sector analysis it's way more consolidated, but these companies are not similar to each other. They're very different and very difficult to compare each company against each other. But they combine together in the consumer discretionary segment, where she again is a marketing person, a brand creator, and that is why you can see that her comfort zone is in the consumer discretionary segment, and that is where majority of her investments are. Again, she is a cosmetic player, straight up investments in cosmetics at 16%. Internet player, she understands how to brand herself on the internet, how to sell her products on the internet. So internet is 8%, and entertainment is a new sector for her. I think she's invested with some other sharks there. Moving on to Ashneer. Ashneer has made an investment of 2.6 crore in the first 10 episodes. 8 companies in the 10 episodes. Again, very diverse investments. But this guy invests in companies which are already performing at a certain level. They will probably reach to Series A funding soon, or already have had Series A funding. So this guy is after consistent performers, consistent and wants to have consistent compounding in his portfolio, is what I think. And his analysis looks like this. As you can see, it's all over the place, but all of his companies are pretty sound. He does not go much into emotional investments. Again, consumer discretionary 55%, because he is in the consumer segment. He understands through Bharat Pay where the spend is going, how much are people spending, and he understands macro factors and discretionary spending at through his data. So he understands that segment through his data. Apart from that, he's just good at analyzing businesses. So even you can see education, automobiles, internet retail, entertainment. I'm pretty sure he does not have a direct understanding or direct exposure to these, at least not that we know of publicly. He might have had made similar investments in these sectors as a venture capitalist or as an angel investors. So yeah, all of his investment I think are very sound, very he's very cutthroat and to the point, and he will ask you the most blunt question in the most blunt way possible, but you have to keep your cool, and you'll get his blessing. So good, I think his investments are really good, although diversified, still very growth oriented. Last one is Piyush. We saw him for very little in the first 10 episodes. He's only invested 0.79 crore in the first 10 episodes, and is invested in 5 companies. As you can see, uh, his is a very um, concentrated portfolio as well. You can see that because he's also a brand creator, he's also marketing, he's also technology. His investments are a lot more into technology. You can see Event B, Pariro, Viva Life, everything is even Nutjob, and is definitely in the technology space. And you can see it's in consumer discretionary, pharma, or internet retail. But because we've seen him very less in the first 10 episodes, that's what his chart looks like. I think in the next 10 episodes, you'll definitely see a much more diversified portfolio, where you will see Piyush's investment strategy more clearly, how he invests more into core tech companies, how he wants to solve bigger problems, and how he thinks that solving bigger problems will lead to bigger revenues and higher profits. So I think we've started to see this in the first 10. We'll continue to see this in the next 10. All right, thank you guys. We'll keep on analyzing this Shark Tank India episodes, and we'll keep on analyzing businesses through Shark Tank India. And I hope that you enjoy this series. Thank you.